sun is in my eyes. What's up, guys? Black Snake Road, yes, again, yes, it is. I can't help it. It's not very long. I don't go very fast on it, but it's still one of the best roads within, you know, 10-20 minutes of my house. And I just can't help it. There's another road I want to go on, but it's a good hour. It's a good hour ride just to get there, and then the road's about an hour, hour and a half. So I haven't made it up there yet, but so I'm going this way, and it's after we've had some wind, so I'm trying to be even extra cautious on the turns, not to have gravel or sticks and stuff in the road. Like I said, I'm not going anywhere near as fast as could go. Out, but here, look at all this gravel right there. So you can say what you want about me and how fast I'm going through there, but if I hit that at any kind of speed, I'd be done. I'd be over. Some right there. That was not as much, but I didn't feel like I wanted to lean it over. That stuff, that one there, I don't know if you'd be able to really see it, but it was there. Grass and trees. So today may not have been the best day to come, but I wanted to get a little riding in, and I can't help it. One thing I'm missing, I don't have much topic. I've said the same thing about zillion times so far in this 2, 3 minute, 5 minute that I've been on the video. But just talking. I don't have much of a topic. One thing that I'm kind of missing out on, I wish I wasn't, live too far away. If I was with my living where my friend does in Phoenix, I'd go, or I'd probably go. Another moto vlogger from Australia, riding with Tom. He is in the US. He put one video out already from the US. And it had all of his meetups that he was going to have in the US. And this weekend, I actually think today was the last one. May have carried over into tomorrow, but I'm not really sure. But he had a couple last week in California. And then he had one, like I said, I believe today in Texas. And I knew he was coming because I watched his videos, and he said he was coming to the US and he was going to try to do some meetups. I think after Texas he'll be in New York, but I don't think he's got a meetup. And don't even, by the time you see this, he's going to be gone. But don't even, if you know who he is, if you go check out his channel, don't even quote me for sure that he's in New York. But either way, if I had lived in Phoenix, I probably would have went to one of the California meetups to try to meet him. And he goes to the track every once in a while, goes to the drag strip, rides those roads out down in Australia there. And he can outride me. Like, I mean, if he went and I tried to keep up, I wouldn't even bother trying even. I really wouldn't, but anyway, I think on the meetups, I don't think he's necessarily going to, or that he would have gone too fast, because he's had meetups before, and he, you know, all the motor vloggers kind of know when they do meetups that you're gonna have people of all kind of bikes and all kind of skills, so you can't do necessarily all the things that you would do. But I thought it would be pretty cool to meet him, especially because he's from out of the country and was holding meetups here. But I couldn't get the time. I didn't have the time off, or really the money, because I would have had to do what he did, and rent a motorcycle out in California and Texas. If I didn't trailer my own motorcycle out there, and to trailer my motorcycle would have been a lot of money, and then it's kind of the same to get a plane flight is a lot of money. The renting the motorcycle part, I'm sure that would have been a couple $100. I'm sure renting a motorcycle is not the cheapest thing in the world, but throw it all together and it was just too much, more than I could spend. And especially because I didn't really have the time. But I think that would have been cool to do. I really wanted to, a little bit ago, probably a month ago, maybe, Yummy R6, the channel Yummy R6, he had his meetup in Virginia Beach. Virginia Beach is probably 3 or 4 hours away from where I live, and I didn't get to go to that either. That one, it would have been the longest ride by far if I would have rode the motorcycle. I probably would have wanted to trailer it up there also, just because of how many miles it really was, just in one shot. But I didn't get to go to that, and shortly before that there was Chase on Two Wheels, had his meetup in Atlanta, and Atlanta's really only 3.5 hours from me. So that one I could have done also, but again, there was time. And then it rained, I think, a lot during his meetup. I think they got part of the ride in, like I got the full ride, but they were delayed, or they weren't sure if they were going to be doing it in the rain. So I got a goal, just to get to something. I guess I've got a goal, or get to something rather than name drop, just name drop. But I got a goal to, didn't see that coming, to make it to some of those meetups. Like I said, not necessarily riding with Tom, because in Australia, but if he ever comes back, try to make it to one, and then just make it to Yummy's or Chase's. And both those guys, they have so many followers, and so many people show up. They do meet with people. They schedule times to meet with people. So it's not that you don't or wouldn't get to meet them. But on the ride, you got to really be careful on the ride, because there was, I want to say Yummy had like 200 some people, and Chase had like 300 or 400 people. So it's just riding in a huge group. You're riding in a huge group of bikes if you do the ride with those two. But I want to do it. I want to go and I want to do it. Another year will go by. I'll have another year riding under my belt. Like I said, I really only have a little bit over one year riding a street bike, so I don't have a ton of experience, and that's why it's like some of my corners and stuff, I'm just not really comfortable on the bike yet. Getting off the side of it and leaning it over, because that's just not what I'm used to, what I grew up doing, riding dirt bikes and everything. And it's not something I desire to do as far as go to a track and really get into that. So get a little more riding experience under my belt, go to some of the meetups. I guess to get to something, not to just blab on too much and make the vlog too long. Ask any of you guys if any of you are in my area or the area of the other motor vloggers I mentioned, Chase and Yummy, or even if you're watching this out of country somewhere or in Australia and you know or have met riding with Tom. Just anybody, kind of let me know about bike meetups that you've been to, whether it be motor vloggers like that or not. If you have any info for me or any tips. God, this is just, there's bumps in this road. They're not in the other lane. When I go the other way, they're not there. They're like, it's like there's tree ruts under the ground or something. They're just little bumps. You can't hardly see them. Suck. Let me know if you guys have been to one or several bigger meetups, and give me some tips if you have any about riding in a big group like that. I know some of the basics of sharing and splitting the lane where you ride offset, and I guess in a big group like that, you don't ride necessarily directly side by side with somebody and split it that way. I think for safety they ask you that you ride, you know, a couple bike lengths behind, but then you split. If the person in front of you is on the left side, I'd be on the right side, or vice versa. And then I know that the leader's supposed to use hand signals as well as the turn signals, and it probably only helps if you can do it too for the riders behind you. But other than that, I don't know. I haven't really done it. So like I said, if there's some other tips or whatever that you can do to just be safer and make it safe and fun for everybody, let me know. And let me know where you guys were, like I said, who organized it, or you know, things like that. Because if it's anywhere close to me, if any of you guys suggest anything close to me or anything that just sounds really cool, I'll keep an eye out for it. I'll look it up, keep an eye out for it, and maybe try to come in the future. But that's about it. We're going back through the town here, and this vlog's probably getting a little long. I've rambled on. So as always, just I hope the weather's nice, ride safe, be safe, have fun, and if you like what you see, you can leave me comments or subscribe. And as always, other than just kind of what I ask or with the topic related, if you scroll through my videos and you don't see something and you want my advice or you want my opinion, you can give me the topic ideas, and I'll gladly share what I know or what my opinion is. And if it's something that you really need to know for sure and I don't know it, I'll do my best to find out and then tell you, and then make the video. So as always, have a nice ride, and I will see you on the next one.